And in Paris, they've had to face that reality twice in the space of a year. Doctors, nurses, paramedics dealing with war-like injuries on domestic soil. And one A&E specialist says the ongoing threat demands new training. Patrick Pelloux treated the wounded and dying after the Charlie Hebdo attacks in January and helped coordinate the response just over a week ago.
Le problème qu'il y a, c'est que ça conduit.
The problem that we have now is that we're trying to treat wounds made by weapons of war, and that's what's completely changed.
Vous vous rendez compte? On n'a pas eu.
Do you understand? We've not had an attack like this since the Second World War. 70 years, France was at peace, and now we're at war. So if they attack a European country, then they attack them all. Everyone must stand up now. It's very important.
As the writer of a medical column for Charlie Hebdo, Patrick Pelloux was in a building next door when gunmen attacked in January. Those he treated were friends and colleagues, and in the months since he's pushed forward a programme to have first responders trained by the likes of military medics, learning battlefield skills, how to deal with bullet wounds, major bleeding, and how to evacuate casualties quickly. By a chilling coincidence, a mass training exercise had taken place on the morning of the recent attacks, involving medics, the police and fire crews.
On l'a pratiqué, c'est-à-dire qu'en fait.
In fact, the training exercises that we learnt and were taking part in on Friday morning, they ended up being the exercises we used on Friday evening, and that helped us to save the lives of around 60 to 100 people.
Et qu'il a fallu regarder.
We need to understand how medical teams and military services operate, like in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Sur les théâtres des opérations.
Patrick argues the Islamist threat demands not a French but a European response and wants countries like Britain to emulate the training first responders have undergone in Paris. The UK recently choreographed its readiness to deal with a mass attack, but will likely have much to learn from France's very real experiences.
The emergency services in London must take another look at their response plan if they haven't already, and start preparing for this type of attack.
As David Cameron visits France to discuss political and military strategy to prevent attacks, those on the front line are seeking collaboration to deal with the impact of terrorism. And the sad reality is, France's recent history leaves its emergency workers with much to pass on. Michelle Kibbard, Sky News, Paris.